break. Break.
Yay!
There. Silent correction, meaning I didn't say something before the correction to give her a chance not to escape the correction. It's the silent corrections for breaking boundaries that keeps the dog checked in. So we'll correct and then direct. So we correct, which the dog just feels the correction on the e-collar, and then the direct is the beep, which is the recall back to us. So if I see a dog doing something wrong, leaving a boundary or going in a direction that I asked them not to, whatever it is, it's a correction first, and then I give them the direction. Lands differently because the dog doesn't feel like you're going to give them a warning. They feel like they have to pay attention to you. And when they do, you say good, and then teach them how to disengage but still be engaged with us when they take their break, right? How to still be following us but enjoying the ride, sniffing and doing what these dogs are doing without checking out to the point where we lose control and the dog gets away from us. Okay, so what do I mean by boundaries? Here's an example. I'm teaching her that I'm home base. So wherever we go, I'm home base. So if I recall her, she comes back to me, right? And if she doesn't come back, you can correct and she'll come back. So we know we can get her back to us. So now I'm teaching her there's a radius around me, this home base. And you can go out a certain distance, but if you go too far, I'm gonna correct and recall you back to me and then release you again so that you can learn about this perimeter that I'm creating. And I can change it, I can keep her within 5 to 10 feet, or I can let her go 20 to 30 feet, right? I'm teaching her, it's pretty much the length of this long line. If she gets that far away from me, then I can correct and recall. So then she'll naturally learn to keep a bubble, keep within a certain distance, don't go too far, okay? And that's part of following. You see our dogs are exploring, but they're following where we go. If we just turn around and walk in the other direction without saying anything, they follow us, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So following is a mentality. So if she thinks, she can look like she's following, but if she has thoughts of being independent, meaning leaving the pack, then she's always going to be a liability. So we're going after her the way she thinks. We're making her a follower in the pack. And the way that you really do that is you correct when they try to creep up and test the boundaries of what a follower is allowed and isn't allowed to do. And those corrections keep them in the bounds, behaviorally speaking, the choices they can make behaviorally. They're not top dog. They're not going to lead the situation, so it's going to change the way they react. That means they're not going to bark anymore. It means they're not going to pull and lunge anymore. They're going to follow. So that's a mentality first before it's a command.
Hey, how are ya?
You can shush too if they come up there. Hey, sorry about that. Yeah, we got 3 dogs down here, and we'll let you guys pass first. Okay, thank you. Penny. Break.
Yay!
Nice job, guys. Nice dogs that don't pay attention, but try to do this with every dog. The beginning of the process, a lot of the information, if not all of it, is in my hand. My hand's up here. So I'm telling the dog to stay, and if they're not paying attention to me, they go through. What they start to learn is to look at you for direction, because you're not saying stuff. They have to visually look to get the information. Otherwise, they feel the correction, they say, what did I do wrong? They reset, and then they see the hand. And they say, oh, okay, because we talked about that. And we talked about the release, okay? Break. Good.